G'day there, my name's Harry and I'm a dairy farmer from Kyabram. I'm also part of the Dairy Australia's Ambassador Program. Sure, so my current role is I'm working on the dairy farm, milking cows and doing all the other jobs that come with it, a bit of tractor work and raising calves and stuff like that. I guess I've always been involved in dairy because I grew up on a dairy farm, on a family farm in Kyabram, so always been surrounded by dairy, and it's just something, I don't know, it's in the blood, I guess. In terms of career highlight, it's a bit hard to pinpoint one thing. I think it's kind of a range of things. Probably the fact that being involved in agriculture has allowed me to work in so many different places, from the Gold Coast, inland of Gold Coast, to all the way to Airlie Beach. There's not too many jobs that let you do that and do such a range of work, but it also always be relatable to your passion. With dairy, it's great that you're able to get involved from a young age, whether it be milking cows on weekends and stuff like that. But there's also, I found with dairy in particular, lots of opportunities to upskill yourself, especially free workshops that Dairy Australia puts on that you can just sign up to and go for the day and learn lots and take lots away. So you can, kind of always upskill yourself, and you can start really at any level. You don't need to be off a dairy farm to get involved. They're really welcome to everyone to come onto a farm. So I've done a few things. So in high school, I did a few things just on the weekends, and then also I went to uni. And while I was at uni, I also would sign up to different things, different workshops, which was always great. And then since finishing uni, I'm kind of always looking out for the free, upskilling events that they do, and there's loads of different opportunities to, continually learn new things, I guess. And that's kind of the advantage, I think, because there's other sectors in ag and they do really great courses, but there's also a cost that goes along with that. And it's also pretty hard because you got to take a day off to work to go learn this stuff, but then also you got to pay, which I found can be a little bit annoying compared to, say, the stuff that Dairy Australia puts on, where it's totally free and they want to get young people involved in learning the latest and greatest knowledge within the dairy industry. I think something I wish people probably understood a bit more about dairy is that it's really changing. It used to be, I know for my dad, it was a job where it was every day of the year, you had to milk every day, and it was get up before the sun comes up and comes home after the sun's gone down. But now with a lot of farms going and realising that they kind of need to change the structure of how people come into work, it's a lot more understanding. I work every second weekend, and so that means the weekends when I'm not milking, I actually get a 3-day weekend. So it kind of works out well for me, because it means, I can actually go away on trips and go do other things because it's 3 days off. It's pretty handy. Just willingness to learn is probably the first one. It doesn't matter if you've got no experience or you've got all the experience in the world. If you're not ready to learn and adapt to new ways of doing things, it can be pretty hard. Also, I'd say probably, I don't know, you kind of got to love it. There are days where you're like, oh, this has been a tough day, but if you have that love for it, that definitely goes a long way, and loving the cows and stuff like that. You don't like cows and you're going to be in trouble. And then finally, I think being able to adapt, because a lot of people think dairy might be the same job every day, but there's a lot of things else that can go on. So you kind of got to be able to think on your feet. You might have, today I'm going to go do this job, but on the way driving out to the paddock to fix a pipe, you see that fence is broken and you got to fix that instead, which I think is also what makes me like it, because every day is different and it mixes things up too. In terms of like advice for someone that wants to get into the dairy, I suppose get out there and have a crack. I know, like for me, I've got a lot of jobs in my life from literally going up to the front door and knocking on the door and handing over my resume and saying, okay, I'm interested to learn. And as soon as you do that, sets you up on the right foot, and you can get a long way from doing that. And I think people really appreciate that drive. You show that interest, because if you're willing to put in time, people are willing to put in time for you too, and that will also help you go really far in life.